Hello, this is TelecomTV. We're in The Hague in the Netherlands at the SDN NFV World Congress 2018, and I'm talking with Marton Sabli of Ericsson. Marton, welcome. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
We're going to talk about automation to begin with. Let us begin like this. Presumably, automation is an iterative process. There are various steps to it. It can't all be applied at once. It has to be done step by step. Is that correct?
That's very much correct. So our customers are in different phases of automation. Some are very far, like Verizon. So they have achieved closed-loop automation, service orchestration. So they've managed to run a number of parallel network services in their enterprise environment. But some customers are at the very beginning of this journey. So to make this dialogue and make the customer journey more concrete, we devised a number of very concrete automation steps. From beginning in the virtualization stage up to the distributed cloud and 5G network slicing, which is, you could say, the highest goal at the moment.
Can we move on then and talk about, we've been discussing automation. What about automation for cloud native applications? Can you say something about that for us?
A lot of applications now start to be written in a cloud-native way, meaning that they are written with microservices in mind, running on a Kubernetes container environment. And those applications, of course, also need an automation, how to deploy them, how to lifecycle manage them, how to orchestrate them in a distributed environment, and also how to plug them into this hybrid world, because we're going to have container-based applications, VM-based applications, and of course the physical world is not going away. Yeah. So the challenge is actually how to put all these three together and provide automation around it. And that's a little bit the focus area for us in this year and next.
What about network slicing and its value to address new business, for example?
So today you can see network slicing as an ultimate goal we want to achieve in this automation journey. Because before we get there, of course, operators need to do a lot to be able to automate the services they have in the current network environment, to be able to automate IoT, mobile broadband, VoLTE, enterprise services. So those few services they have to prepare for the opportunity to address industry verticals. Because through network slicing and also private LTE, we can address new opportunities in manufacturing, in public safety, transportation, and then you need to run potentially hundreds of services in the operated environment.
Thanks for that, Martin. I'd like to move on to talk about both an open approach, an open standards initiative, plus a traditional standards, old-fashioned traditional approach.
It's a very good observation. So we need a hands-on approach, an open source initiative, and ONAP is really picking up. Now it's 2 years old, but there is an enormous community and momentum around it. And through ONAP, we are working to standardize some of the zero-touch configuration aspects, like standardizing fault management, performance management, configuration management. While on the other hand, ETSI MANO and the more traditional standardization is doing headways in addressing orchestration, in addressing the automation in the data center environment. So ETSI MANO has did a great job this year. So finally the base, which is like the SOL 001, the foundation of the standard is in firm revision, which now gives us the opportunity to open up the multi-vendor interfaces between different components in the ETSI MANO architecture. And we are very much working with both initiatives and also working in merging those, because what we definitely don't want to have is a too disparate standardization environment which could fragment the industry and fragment the communities.
Can we touch a little bit further on zero-touch provisioning and autonomous networking with machine learning? Why are they important and how far along the road are we in this whole process?
So of course the vision is that we can completely automate the service deployment, the connection of all the sort of components in an automated way, and then also apply a day zero and day one configuration so that we have a a complete end-to-end service up and running. And to do that, of course, we need the standards, we need the service orchestration, we need the model-based approach, sort of to move the industry from a standard, sort of paper-based, high-level, low-level design to a more modern, model-driven approach. But we also need new components which drive automation in the operational aspect. So we talk a lot about a closed loop, which is, let's say, a methodology to monitor actively what's going on in the data center environment and in the virtual application and physical environment, and then take active decisions based on the incoming information, either based on policies or where we are now getting at is to actually use analytics to predict what is going to happen, to have predictive algorithms if the capacity is rising, to be able to do predictive operations like scaling or moving actually the whole service to a different part of the enterprise environment. And that is the sort of exciting part, that from a manual configuration management to complete self-driving networks.
Self-service adaptive networks we're discussing now, how far away are they from reality?
So what we can do today, and what we have also proven in some of our live deployments, is that we can automate healing, scaling, and also migration based on closed-loop automation logic. So we just recently acquired a company, Scenics, which is now sort of closing that portfolio hole in the Ericsson offering and giving us the opportunity to do this kind of automation aspects end-to-end, not just on VNF level, but on the entire service level, including also the data center infrastructure, the applications, the data center gateways, and so on.
Marton Sabli, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.